It's Kate again, back with another mental health story snippet that I'm sharing in the hopes that it brings you peace and healing in your own journey. When I was hospitalized a few years back, it was during the winter time, and a few days before I was supposed to be released, they switched my room. And if you're already in a pretty fragile state, having any change come is a bit disorienting. And my family would come to visit me by my window. They weren't allowed in because it was still during the heightened time of the pandemic. And so they had found my original window of my first room, and they would come visit me, and I would wave and dance and do whatever helped us feel connected during that time, even from a distance. And so when they switched my room, I was so afraid that they wouldn't be able to find the new window. And the only thing that I could think to orient them towards was that on the light post that was on the street lamps, there were little snowflake lights that the city puts up. And so I told them I'm by one of the snowflakes, and they ended up being able to find me, and having that reference point was just filled me with so much hope. But after I got out, for a few holiday seasons, I would see those same types of snowflake lights along all of the street lamps. So I would look down, stare straight down the street as I'm driving, and it's just every street lamp is lined with those snowflakes. And it took me back to that time and the fear that I experienced, and things I wasn't exactly excited to return to. And what it took me a little bit to realize was that those snowflakes were put up by people. And when I started thinking of the hardworking people that put up those snowflakes, the city workers, the park district, whoever it was that put up that snowflake so that I could confidently, in a scared, delicate state, tell my sister where to find me, so that I could have a point of connection that I desperately needed in a time where I was isolated. When I saw that snowflake from a point of view that some beautiful soul worked so hard in the cold to put that up, it completely dissolved my association of it as something that reminded me of being in the hospital, and flipped it towards something that reminded me of the beauty of humanity. So now when I drive down a street that, even if it's a little early in November, that's lined with snowflakes, all I think of is the beautiful people who worked so hard to help me feel loved in a moment when I needed it most. And I hope that the next time maybe something calls you back to a place that you'd rather not revisit, maybe think of all the people who brought love to you in that moment in ways you didn't even know. So I hope that this holiday season you invite those little reminders not as triggers, but as glimmers of love you didn't realize was being shown to you in the moment. I hope that you have an absolutely wonderful evening, and keep healing because you absolutely can. Bye.